Joshiebear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's Joshiebear, and we are playing the Minecraft. As you can see, I have been busy in between episodes. I know I said that this episode we were going to build what was basically the beginning of a nether hub, but in between episodes, I got a little carried away and got busy on this nether hub beginning, and I'll tell you what, I'm really fond of how this whole design turned out. Now, from the top, it doesn't look like a lot, but from the bottom, I really like how the purple glass and the magma blocks, and even the random end rods that have been dotted in here. I like how this turned out. It's got a little bit of a glow to it. It's a little bit organic, and it kind of fits into the nether. The magma for the lava. You've got the purple stained glass for like the portal. Because it's purplish, and a little bit of soul lanterns and some black stone. I'm really happy with how this turned out. There's still a lot of work to be done, though. I've dug out a lot of area here. Oh, there's a ghast, and I'm missing badly. Anyway, outside of the interruptions here, I've done a lot of spawn proofing around the area as well. Still a little bit more to do, I think, in this area to make sure that it's safe and sound for me to come down and do whatever I need to do. But we're going to be leaving the nether for this episode and going back to the overworld because I don't think I'm quite done with the building in our world yet, because it's time for us to do something that, well, I guess that we did in the beginning. But what we have currently, not necessarily, appropriate for where we are in this stage of our Let's Play, and that is, it is time for us, as well as this little shack has served us, it's time for us to say goodbye to this shack and build ourselves a proper home. So we're not actually going to tear this shack down. This shack still serves a purpose as an entrance to our mine, our smelter, our basement area here that's got our potion brewing and all of that. But we definitely need to build a home that's a little bit away from this, what I would consider our industrial or our productive area. It's not really suited for residential building, but I don't want to go too far away. So I actually found a spot right over here on the other side of this river that I feel is going to be perfect for our new home. Now, as you can see, I've already started to lay out a little bit of a framework here. I don't know that it's going to stay like this. And to be quite honest, I struggled with how I was going to put this together, how I was going to lay everything out. I even made a copy of the world, went in there, did a few mock-ups, because I was struggling with not only, how I wanted to lay out to make it flow together, but how I was going to put it together to make it look the way I want it to look. And I don't think that it's going to look exactly as I envision, but I think I've got a plan that's going to allow us to build this in a way that's going to be easy to build, but give it the feel and the flow that I'm looking for. So I wanted to walk you through kind of what we're going to be looking at here today. I did grab some materials that I was playing with. I had some white concrete, wool, bone blocks, diorite, even had some nether brick here. But what I think we're going to end up doing, and it's going to be more of a modern design. I see myself a little bit better with modern designs. It's simple, and my little brain can't handle complex all the time. So. But I wanted to build kind of a modern home here. And what we're going to end up doing is using white concrete as kind of like a bounding box for each section of the house. And then inside of that, we'll have like dark oak logs and planks, which will kind of be the walls to our interior. And this interior, it's not going to be like different floors, but each section is going to be elevated a little bit more than the other. And they'll be kind of offset. So we'll have like these cubes that kind of wrap around each other, but have different starting heights. All right, so we're starting with the floor first, again, to make sure that we can get the flow of everything right. Make sure that none of the different sections are interfering with the other as you go up and down through it. But this right here is basically our main entrance area. So we would come in here, and that's not fun. We would come in to this section through the doorway. And then what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to go up this way into kind of like a kitchen area. So we will actually... I just did it again. What we do is we just kind of come up a few stairs here with these half slabs. And do we want... Yeah, let's go ahead and make that 4 wide. And then we'll come up one more level here. And this will be the floor for this next section. Now, this next section doesn't have to necessarily be as big as this, because I know that this section is really just going to be for some furnaces, crafting table, maybe a chest or a barrel. So I don't have to bring it the same length this way, but I do want it to go this way a little bit, because basically this stairway will kind of go up into another section over here. So let's try it kind of like this. We'll come out 2 more from that way. And then let's come maybe 4 more this way. So it's still kind of like the same, I guess the same length front to back. But we don't have to make it nearly as wide. So I'm thinking maybe we go 4 blocks here. This would be a little bit longer looking, even though it's pretty much the same length as our entrance area. So then we have this floor here to work with, right? And then we can have all of our stuff maybe around this corner. And then basically this stairway right here will just continue up this way. So we would have, do I want it there, or do I want it one more over? I think we can actually remove some of this here. And we can have that stairway just right across that wall, right? Let me pick up these slabs. And then we can actually extend it back a couple more on this side. And have a stairway coming up into this area. So if you look at how these stairs are organized, you can kind of see what I'm thinking here. It all just kind of flows together. We don't have a lot of, steep staircases. The house actually can end up being a pretty open plan if we do it right. I've left enough space in here to put in some walls. I do believe, yeah, we've got space for walls there. This section may need to go over a little bit more to accommodate for some of the outside plans. I think we are going to have to move this side over just a little bit. That's not a big deal. So I'm going to get this last level in place to make sure that it's where I want it to be, and then we'll start to work on the outside. So here is our floor plan for the house. Now, as you can see, it flows right into itself like this. I don't know if I want to put something to go down here, because this is really just an open area. I think I might put like the dragon egg or the dragon's head in here, just kind of as a display, because we're really, any kind of utility is going to be on this level and this level here. So I think we'll just have this as our up and down method. I think that's good enough. Now it's time to start putting in, I guess, the shell. And let me make sure I don't have any concrete. Let me grab some white concrete here. But again, I was playing with some different types of material here. What I thought might look best. And I think the white concrete, especially since we're trying to go for a more modern build, I think the white concrete is going to work best here. But what I'm thinking, and I may need to take these out here real quick. Can I jump up there? No, of course not. But what I'm actually thinking is basically we'll create a box around each floor like this. And I don't want to get too far there. And then we would have white concrete lining the edges, kind of like this. And that would go all the way around each level to make it more boxy and give it like the walls and the ceiling. And then each level would be about the same height, just started at a different level. So we would have depth in height and also depth in space, with every section being a little bit offset from themselves. Now, I did line up this floor with this wall here, so I think that makes it a little bit easier to shell this, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to make this a more open floor plan. Although I think we'll end up putting a wall here, and it might be a little bit open here. But this front section is going to be a little bit taller by itself than the rest. But I think once we get the height on these other sections, they will stand up above this section here. But we got to make this a little bit taller so that way we can utilize this staircase to get into here and still have enough room to move around. So I am going to turn on the fast motion building camera extravaganza and let you watch this in the form of time lapse. Well, bad news. I ran out of white concrete, so I've got to go make some more. But this is a good idea of what the house is going to end up looking like. Now, we've got some weird spots where we're going to have to figure out if we want to fill it in with concrete or if we want to fill it in with the dark oak. I really like how these two blocks kind of contrast each other. That dark oak it's a nice dark warm brown that I've always loved dark oak to build with. The white kind of outlines it, gives it that modern feel because it's so flat and matte. I thought about using some other blocks for that, but I think the white works. Now, we also have a few weird spots in here where these slabs were used as stairs that we kind of need to fill in as well. But I think that'll come as we get more into the build. But I think that everything is coming along well. I don't know that that's going to stay like that. We'll probably end up just filling that in somehow. Yeah, I've got to go make some more white concrete, finish up the outlines that I want here, and then we'll start to put in some details and make this structure a little more enclosed. So I made a couple adjustments here and there. I moved this window over a little bit just to kind of center it in that box a little bit better, because it made it look a little weird with the walls there. But I think I'm good with the walls in there. Just kind of break it up just a little bit, gives it a little bit more depth, and it's just a little bit different color. I think it goes okay. It's probably not the best match, but I think I like it. So really all I have left to do now is get some light around here. Now, there shouldn't be any mobs spawning inside because all of the floors are on a half slab. So like these are spawnable. These would be spawnable. These and these. So not really a lot of spawning space. And I'm probably going to end up using a combination of end rods and lanterns inside. But on the outside, we also want to make sure that we're lighting things up because there is spawnable space on the outside. So we want to make sure that when we use the light, we use it well. I don't want to overuse any of this light. But I know I probably want to come in through here and stick some end rods like in this area a little bit, just to get some light underneath here. And since I've got half slabs in there, it makes it a little bit more difficult, but I think what I can do is something like this. And that should help with the lighting situation. Nope. And if we put them sideways, we can hide them a little bit down there. It should still keep everything lit up back here. That looks a little bit weird. But it is the back, it's the underneath. We're not going to see that a whole lot. I do want a line of them here. So let me grab some ender pearls. We'll pearl up there. These have been a lifesaver. I'm going to have to jump on top of one. Jump on top of 2 or 3. And this should... really? if I could get this right. Oh, I'm in the blocks. Yep. I'm dead. All right. Well, at least I somewhat had everything right there. I have a feeling that all of my stuff is going to be outside here. That's some weird lighting glitch right there. Well, let's go ahead and sleep. There's monsters nearby. Of course there are. Okay, where's all my stuff? It's all right here. Good. Well, at least we can pick all this stuff up. Somewhat. Nope. Well, it didn't destroy any of my house. I got my rockets. Okay, that's good, I guess. I got my pickaxe. I'll just go ahead and cut some of that stuff down so I can get the rest of this. I lost all those levels too. That's unfortunate. All right, so as I was saying, we need to get some lighting in here. I think I do want to do kind of the same thing on this part as well, just to give it a little bit of light here on the front side. I think we also maybe come down like this. What do we think of that? I think that might work. I think it does work. Where else can we do this? I think maybe instead of having this one come straight down, I think we can go across like that and then maybe come across to this one as well. Because nothing is really symmetrical. I mean, we've got a lot of things copied, but I think that works. I think that'll be okay. Okay, let's come under here and try to solve some of this lighting. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that here. Maybe we can stick an end rod in there. Yeah, I might not be able to do much with the lighting here unless I do something like maybe... Yeah, I think we can come around the edge here and take out those planks because it's still dark oak there. It's not really hurting anything to do that, so we can kind of go like this. And this should keep the underneath lit up pretty well. These are pretty bright. Is that covering anything? No. Yeah, and it's not like we're going to be walking around underneath here a lot anyway. But that should keep that section lit up. I think maybe we also come over here and try not to suffocate ourselves in a wall. But just down these edges. Now we'll have to wait till nighttime to see what the impact really is on the outside, but I think that this is going to be okay. So I think I've got the outside pretty much completed here. I'm not 100% sold on where I've placed all of the end rods, and I'm slowly flying into the side of this hill. But I am happy with how at least the shape of the structure has turned out. Now, I tried to do this in a way where I would have enough space for everything that I would need. And I'm realizing I don't have as much space as I thought, but everything that I want to put in here is going to fit. I did come through the inside, put a few lanterns up on some fence posts. Is this the best? look that I could get. I don't know, but I still have a lot to put in here yet, so it may still work out in the end. I do need to go get some bookshelves and an enchanting table to throw in this end of the room. I need to get some glass panes to throw in these windows. I'm still trying to decide whether or not I want to keep the stripped dark oak as like the window frames, because I thought maybe we could go with acacia logs, but we'll see how it works. I do need to get a door on here as well, and actually, I think what I'm going to end up doing here is something like that, and then we'll put our door on here, and then we can also put a couple slabs there, kind of as a step in. And then after that, it's really some of the detail work around the outside. I do want to kind of clean this area up a little bit, put a bit of a more permanent path in there, and then, put some shrubbery around, maybe some flowers, plant a tree over here, and we'll be pretty much ready to live inside our new home. I do need to go get some of the things that I want to put in here, so I'm going to do that. And we'll come back when it's all ready to go. All right, so nighttime has come, and usually we would fly to our shack to lay our head down at night. But guess what, Artemis, we've got a new home. That's right. I am all completed. I just, put my head down, started grinding and getting things done. And here it is, all ready to go, except for that creeper who is in my front yard. Get out of my yard. Oh, get out of my yard. All right, so I figured I'd sleep the night away to get us to get rid of all the mobs. Yeah, some arrows in the front yard, but this is what we've got so far, and I'm pretty happy with how it goes. With these end rods may end up getting changed, but we added a bit of like a cement pad or a cement block underneath the structure. Kind of like you would with a foundation, just so it wasn't just sitting on the grass. And I think it really adds to the build. We might try to stretch it out a little bit more, but I think it really makes more sense to have it back here, more as like a support structure for these beams. I added a little bit of a path over to our pond. I even put a salmon in our pond. I might put a couple in there. Put a few bushes up. I think there's some more that we can do to make this look a little bit better than this. But that's really the outside. Got a nice path up to the doorway. Use some granite. It kind of looks like dirt, and I like it. I like it a lot. But we go up into the house, into our doorway, and we're immediately greeted by the Ender Dragon and its egg. I'm okay with this. This is all right. The lever showing is fine. It's a kind of a trophy to our world and to our grand victory. Tried to figure out a way to get rid of some of the lanterns. So instead of having so many lanterns, I wanted to put some like bushes or shrubs inside the house. So instead of putting it on dirt, it's on glow shroom or a shroom light. Glow shroom. Why am I calling it glow shroom? But yeah, instead of just placing dirt and trapdoors, we put some shroom light underneath there, and that helped us get rid of some of the lanterns we had spammed around. This area, it's okay. Put some flowers in there. I think we might rearrange some of these workstations a little bit, just to kind of open it up a little bit more, but it'll stay for now. Got some storage, ender chest, and of course some paintings here. And as you come up here, I think this is the most homey part of the build, to be quite honest. Got some paintings on the wall all over. Kind of reminds me of a bedroom, more like a teenager's bedroom, to be quite honest. But it feels like a good place to have my bed, have my enchanting area. The walls are broken up with some. I like these paintings. These are fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It is done. There's probably a few things that we can add in, especially this room here, to kind of help us make it feel more lived in. But I've had enough today. This has actually been somewhat of a challenge. This is not something that comes easy to me, even though the modern style of build is something that's a lot easier for me to grasp. Building a home, figuring out how I want it laid out, is always a struggle, which is usually why I end up with a shack that's one room like that. But it was time to upgrade, and I think we have successfully done that. It feels so nice to be in a new house and all the new amenities. Well, they're not really new amenities. They're old amenities that I've just put in a new space. But I feel like we've accomplished something here in moving forward with our Minecraft Let's Play here. But that's all we're going to have time for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed making it. If you did, please leave a like and also consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to enjoy the new space. I'm Joshiebear. I'm out of here. I'll see you later.